Today I was working on volume, so the weight is slightly lighter than it typically would be. And for these squats to start out with, I kept a nice wide stance, toes are out a bit, and my feet are ever so slightly in front of the bar. I'm trying to keep a bit of a pause at the bottom. And then we went straight into what I love to call a major burner. These are reverse lunges straight into a curtsy, pushing off of that front heel. I did keep a little straight bar across my chest here, but I've also got a modification with the handles, as you can see here. You could keep your arms straight. I kind of like the feeling of the tension, but definitely play around with it. You do not need a lot of weight on these. I've just got 2 plates, but oh my word. The next is a bit of a modification. If you're working out at home like I do, my home gym did not used to be fully stacked with amazing equipment like the S-150. But if you don't have a bar, you don't have any dumbbells, you don't have a bunch of stuff, you can use the back pulley on this machine with just a few plates. So I just brought the Smith bar as low as I could, brought the little straight bar across my lap, and it definitely does the trick. You might have to play around with things depending on how tall you are. I'm about 5'5.5", but in a pinch, this absolutely worked really, really well. I just put a pad on the bar so that I didn't smash my spine, obviously, but this tension on the glutes was really, really good. As you can see here, my toes are turned out ever so slightly, and I'm pausing a bit at the top. I did the same thing with a single leg thrust here. I do find with the height of my bar that I did need to elevate my front foot a bit. You could do that on plates, you could do that on just about anything that's a stable surface. And I'm just doing unilateral here, so I am tipping all the way back and staring at the ceiling. Then we went into a plie squat. I would wish I was getting a little bit deeper on this, but I only have the ability to go up so high. As you can see where the springs are, if I had not put those on the machine, because I'm not dropping it down all the way, I would be able to get a little bit lower, but I was just kind of, again, working on volume and just trying to burn this out. So I did do some pauses at the end. You can hold the bar with just your bare hands here. I used a handle, and obviously at the end of every move, there is dancing involved. Next, we moved on to some burnout. These were killer. I've got the sides of my feet on the bar. Heels and bottoms of the feet are pressed together. I did band these, and you're just pushing up, rotating the pelvis up and back, tucking in, adding a posterior tilt to the pelvis. I'm not pushing up with my back, and just, again, pausing slightly at the top. I did about 30 reps of these banded, and I did a couple of sets pretty quick back to back. Then just dropped the cable down, attached an ankle cuff to my leg, and did some, again, lightweight, high rep lateral leg lifts. These are very tricky for me. I am struggling to grow my upper outer glute. So I, again, kept the weight light, and my glutes were dead at this point. So did a whole bunch of those. And then at the very end, I did some cable kickbacks, which you'll see here in just a second. Again, just trying to not move my body at all. Now, if you do notice on these, I have stepped in front of the cable, and I'm kicking out on a little bit of a 45 again, just because I wanted to hit that upper outer glute a little bit. So go ahead and give this workout a try.